Transparency and openness are the key cornerstones of being able to learn effectively. But effective learning, for that to really work, an organisation must admit that there's two types of learning. There's organisational learning and there's individual learning. The whole point of Just Culture is that Just Culture has certain pillars that support it and underpin it. Its foundation, if you like. And those are professional responsibility, personal accountability, and learning and education. Those three are critical. And if an organisation can embrace a Just Culture that's supported by those three pillars, that organisation will lead the way.
I think evidence shows that you can't lift a culture and just place onto another organisation. So there's something about how we enable our staff, and when I say staff I mean the whole organisation, to contribute to what that culture might look like. So using a process called design thinking. Design thinking is taking an empathic approach to problem solving. Quite often we think we understand what the problem is, and organisationally we will implement a solution. It could be a raft of policies, procedures, whatever it might be. What we quite often fail to do is understand what that means to the people who are living this on a day-to-day basis. What does that instruction of a policy or a new way of working mean for our frontline staff? What does it mean for our service users? So this is about, when we talk about the culture, from design thinking, actually, not just assuming we know what it's like to be someone who works in our organisation, but being that person. Not someone who's looking at the person who's fallen down a hole, giving them some advice on how to get out, but actually climbing into that hole with them and really understanding what it's like to be in that position.
I think my take-home message, I think the thing I do a lot of is listen to staff, be very visible. I think it's very, very important that senior leaders in organisations are visible and listen and create that culture. As a single person in a large organisation like Merseycare, I can do very little individually when we see tens of thousands of patients and have thousands and thousands of staff. But I can be very visible around support and by my behaviour demonstrate that the things that we talk about a just culture, for example, are not just sound bites, they're actually the way we behave and live our values.
I think that if you are going to instigate this, and it appears to me to be cutting edge in your industry, I think every so often you're going to stumble, and I think every so often you're going to fall. And the cynics in the group will say, no. But actually what you need to do is pick yourself up and keep going, because I think the end result is the right thing for everybody.